All right, folks, what is going on? Back with another video, and today I want to talk about the Atlanta Falcons mid-season, give it a recap, talk about the debates that are going on within the Atlanta Falcons fan base. Not going to get too much into that, but just going to point out a few points, and also I want to give you my commentary on it all. I promise you, it's nothing going to be like crazy or negative or pointing the finger at anything. I'm going to give some shout outs to some people who really have good points or whatever the case may be, but I wouldn't, not trying to go at anyone. I think that, that's crazy and childish. I don't have time for that. But I want to give a sense of where everything is going with this season and the fan base. So let's go ahead and get into this. Welcome to the First and Frame Race channel. I am VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Atlanta Falcons. We also talk about Georgia Southern football. Just did a lot of stuff on Georgia Southern lately. Not much on the Falcons. Kind of a little disappointed in them. But, nevertheless, we will talk about that. It's one of the reasons why I'm not really necessarily focused on a pregame for the Falcons, because I kind of see, to a sense, where this season is headed. And I guess I'm going to talk about that as well. Thank you guys for the support, everyone who has subscribed as well. I really, really appreciate it. And we're just going to continue to march on with this content. Let's go ahead and get into this. All right, mid-season, right now we're 4-5. Pretty much right where I thought we'll be, to be honest. I didn't think we were going to get blown out by Dallas the way we did, but around 4-5, 5-4, it was kind of like where I wanted us to be. My prediction, I think we'll end up being like 9-8 or 10-7, and that's kind of waning right now. That may not be the case, but I thought that was a realistic expectation. So mid-season, we look like we're going to hit that. But at the same time, it looked like it can go left really easy. So I'm kind of worried about that in a sense, because to be honest, this season, in my opinion, has already been a success based on everything that's going on. We was destined to be almost worse than what we were last year. We already won 4 games this year. We only won 4 last year all in an entire season. We're halfway through the season. We already won 4. I think we're still primed to win at least 9 games. Probably, like I said, it may not hit that goal like I thought it was. Probably be 8. 8. I don't want it to be that way, but I want to be above 500. As far as everything that goes with the debates, I think they're warranted. I think that even with the player Matt Ryan's been playing pretty good in my opinion. Has some struggles. Definitely with the last game, has some struggles with a few games back. But overall, Matt Ryan's been playing like Matt Ryan. Now, I know a lot of people were sitting there like, we should have never, took on the whole situation with Matt Ryan, keep his contract. He should have restructured. We should have got rid of him. We should have drafted a quarterback in the first round. I get it. I already talked about this before on a Matt Ryan video that I did a while back. I'll have that up in the cards, or I'll have it down in the description if you want to check that out about how I feel about Matt Ryan. Long story short, I don't have a problem with Matt Ryan. I think he's a pretty efficient quarterback. I think he's still capable to get to a Super Bowl. But you gotta have people and things around him, and that goes to the people that are around him. Nobody, week 1, preseason, nobody saw what Cordell Patterson was going to do. Cordell Patterson has become a very vital piece to this offense, and now that he may be out for the Patriots game, it spells, pretty a dire situation for the Falcons, because the Patriots defense is actually looking pretty good. So I don't know what's going to happen with that game. Like I said, I don't really want to do a pregame thoughts on that. I may do one, I don't know. But right now, where it stands, I'm good at just talking about this, so that may change. Like I said, nobody saw that coming, so I think that's a plus. Kyle Pitts was another debate, because obviously he was the 4th pick. Everybody thought he should have taken a quarterback, and Kyle Pitts, for the most part, has panned out the way we thought he would. He's come on a lot faster than a lot of people thought. He had a little setbacks in the last few games, not being really targeted, not really being open. He's becoming a focal point for the defenses, and that's what happens when you start showing what you can do on the field. People are going to try to take you away from the offensive game plan. So, that's how it is. As far as the defense goes, what can you say? The defense has just been up and down, more down and up. And we're going to have to just clean house with the defense. This is a team that's just going to carry us over to the rest of the season. And as of right now, we're playing, we still have the Jaguars, the Buccaneers again. We have Carolina, San Francisco, Detroit, Buffalo, and New Orleans. I'm going to be honest, every game on that schedule is winnable. probably outside of the Buffalo Bills game. And like I said, Buffalo plays pretty good. We're going to Buffalo. It's going to be a tall task. We already beat New Orleans in New Orleans, so they're coming to us to play. So that bodes well. 49ers, they're up and down. Tampa Bay, we had a chance to beat Tampa Bay last time, so why not now? So even with everything is going the way it is, I think we still can be able to have a positive outlook on the season. Like right now, it doesn't look good. That's the ebb and flows of seasons. Especially with our type of team. This team has been going through so much as far as the turnaround, the coaching, the staff the players, the staff, players that we're putting on the field, players that got injured, players that are coming back. That's the ebb and flows of a season. And like right now, honestly, I still feel that the Falcons have overachieved. I didn't think they were going to be at 500 right now. I just, realistically, well, I'll take that back. I thought they'll be at 500 right now, and that would, for me, that is overachieving because this team just being brand new, it just looks like it was going to be a situation where it was going to be a bunch of losses. It was going to be looking really bad. But we're slightly before 500. There's no reason to throw the season away, especially with the schedule you got right now. You could easily go into Tampa Bay, playing against Tampa Bay, winning the last two games. So there's, the sky's not falling. As far as let's say the Dean Pease situation, people are debating about Dean Pease. I ain't gonna just say Dean Pease. I'm just gonna say the coaching staff in general. Was it a good idea to go to a win now perspective or a win now outlook on the season? Because I did a video about that. I'll have that link up there as well. That they're not doing a rebuild. They're doing they're trying to win games. Like I'll put that up in the cards as well. You play to win. I'm not trying to say that like Herm Edwards, but you play to win the game. You play to win football. Like, I've never been a fan of tanking. I understand if a season is a wash, you still have something to play for. You have to play for your pride. You got to play for your team. You got to play for your brothers that's out there. You have to play and give it your all every single time. Like, even when you do tank, it don't pan out as well as you thought it was. Look at the 76ers. They tanked for like 5 years, and look at them. The Hawks just bounced them out. And right now, they're not looking as good as we thought they were anyway, as far as the 76ers. So tanking does not necessarily work. You have to continue to push yourself, whether it be personal or if it's for the team, every time the ball is snapped, every time that tip-off comes, every time that first pitch happens, every time you go out on the pitch and play soccer, it doesn't matter. You play as hard as you can every time. There's no tanking. In my opinion, I don't get the tanking thing. So I had no problem with what the coaching staff tried to do. You try to win games. You come out. Nobody, especially with Arthur Smith, you don't go into a situation saying, "Okay, this is my first year as a head coach. I'm trying to get the top 5 pick once again for the following season." No, you don't do that. And I know people don't want to hear that or whatever. Because it doesn't matter. That you don't do that when you're competing in a professional, collegiate, high school. I don't care if you're playing a pickup game around the corner. You're not going to sit there and say, I'm just going to play to lose. No, you try to win the games that are in front of you. And like I said, with that being said, they're doing a pretty good job considering 4-5, they're doing a pretty good job. So I just think that even though I don't think this team is going to go very far as playoffs, I don't even think 9-8, 10-7 will get you in the playoffs, but I don't think they'll go far in the playoffs, and that's just honest. But looking at what was brought to the table with Terry Fontenot and what was brought to the table with Arthur Smith and Dean Pease and what the scheme they're trying to do, I thought a 9-8 season would be, ideal. Anything after that, if they make it to the playoffs, all bets are off if they make it to the playoffs because you never know what may happen. You may go on a run. But I just thought that's what it would be. As far as the future of the Falcons, what's going on, the rest of my commentary, I will say this. I like what the Falcons are doing. I like what's going on despite the 43-3 loss, the loss against the Washington football team, losing against Carolina. Some of these losses, they were fairly disappointing, but I like the way where this team is going. There's no reason to have a pity party for a team. Unless if you like really, really, are down in the dumps. Hey, my Georgia Southern Eagles are 3-7 right now. But every Saturday, when they link up and they go out there on the field, I'm giving them 100% of my attention as far as I'm hoping to win the game. Now, in the ebb and flows of a game, if it look like they're not going to win, I say, okay, we'll get them back next week. And like I said in my last video, the Falcons going to have to bounce back. And I think they will. These guys are professionals. They're supposed to bounce back. They're supposed to get things done. So with all these debates, all this, the recapping on what happened so far midway through the season, all the stuff with the commentary and all the debate, I love it. I love all of it. Shout out to Atlanta Falcons Nation. Those guys are great over there. They do what they do. The link is down in the description if you never heard of them. I'm pretty sure you have. I mean, you probably heard of me through them. But they do a great job of letting you guys know what's going on with the Falcons. They let you know their opinion about it and how and what their takes on. And a lot of those guys got some inside information. Me, I'm just the old guy that's just talking about what I see on the field. And what I see on the field, I see a team that is still trying to find their way, going through the ups and downs of a season. And quite frankly, Sunday just was not their day. You just have those situations. So with that being said, the Falcons are going to be fine, regardless. It may not look like how you wanted it to look like, but at the beginning of the season, nobody thought that there was going to be a championship caliber team year one anyway. Dan Quinn made it to the Super Bowl in year 2, which was phenomenal. I don't think that'll happen again. I'm gonna be quiet. That may not happen again. Beyond, I don't know. It might do. It might will, but I don't know. But right now, all I'm going to do now, I like the direction and the vision that the coaching staff and the front office have for the Falcons. I really do. Even though the Matt Ryan thing is a little bit debatable, I see both sides of it. But I like the direction because, honestly, they're doing a lot better than we thought we were. Let's be honest. They're doing better than we thought they'd be. Now, the defense is a little bit backslide. We thought the defense was going to be better than DMPs. But I feel like they're doing a lot better than we thought they were. And technically they are, because they won more games in the midseason than they done all of last season. So they're making some progress. I'm not telling you how to root for them or what to do, but I'm going to be here rooting for them all the way. And Thursday they play the Patriots, and I'm going to be right here rooting for them because I think that's another winnable game, even though that Patriots defense looking kind of good, but I think we can probably get them. If you like this video, hit the like button, share this video, let people know what I'm doing over here. Hey, man, there's a lot going on. It's mid-football season. Be happy. Ups and downs, that's a part of the game. Let's see if our team can get hot at the end of the season. That's how a lot of teams end up winning the Super Bowl anyway. And that's a stretch. Because like I said, I don't think this is a playoff team. I really don't. But, I guess 9-8 does get you in the playoffs. But let's see what happens. It may not look like that right now. But by week 16, 17, 18, we may be looking at something totally different. At the end of the day, just keep rooting for your team. That's your team. That's your ride or die. Look at the Braves. Nobody thought the Braves were going to end up winning the World Series, in August. They barely just got over 500 at the time. My phone is blowing up. I'm going to get up out of here. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Y'all be blessed. All right, y'all. Peace.